Hello, everyone. This is Wrestling Watcher, a YouTube channel. It's about watching professional wrestling. So, there's been a lot of speculation about Chris Jericho coming back to WWE. His current AEW contract is set to expire New Year's Eve at 12 midnight. So, December 31st, 12 midnight, going into the new year. Now, there's been some run sheets going around. I don't know if they're real or not that suggest a Royal Rumble return. They have Chris Jericho listed at number 30. Now, in a previous video I made a while back, I believe I suggested Chris Jericho versus LA Knight as a potential feud. And I think I stated that the promo battles could be pretty epic. Now, this is going to come out of left field, but a babyface Jericho versus, say, a heel Austin Theory, I think has some merit to it. Now, look, I don't think Austin Theory is ready for a long promo battle against Chris Jericho. I think Chris Jericho would annihilate him. But if we're going to build a guy like Austin Theory up to the next level and have him really be part of the vision, he's got to get credible wins. He got one against Rey Mysterio last Monday. Man, what if he eliminated Chris Jericho? What if it was Austin Theory versus Jericho at some point? And Jericho just puts the younger guy over pro wrestling style as he should, right? I think that could have some merit to it. Because Austin Theory has a lot of talent. He's a really good, arguably great professional wrestler. His promo skills are lacking. That really showed in that promo battle with John Cena a couple years ago, but maybe if you put him with Jericho, you got to build him up in the promo arena somehow, right? Which means he's got to have some promo battles with someone. Maybe Jericho's that guy. I could definitely see that. I think my previous video I did suggest Jericho and LA Knight. So obviously the veteran, putting him against the veteran could work. Unfortunately, Jericho versus Kevin Owens redux could be relatively interesting, I think. But Kevin Owens out with injury, so you can't really go that route. Orton and Jericho, we've seen that movie before, but there's still money there, I think. But if you're thinking young guy, if you're thinking, all right, Jericho's the old grizzled veteran coming in to retire at WWE, he's got maybe a year left. We're not sure, but, he's headed towards retirement in the Hall of Fame. Well, you're thinking young guys, right? And I think Austin Theory would have to be at the top of that list. Now, look, there's a lot of different ways that we can go here. If you put him on SmackDown, him versus Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, anything like that could work too. Jericho could still draw money under the right circumstances, in my opinion. You got to use him right, which means kind of, I guess, using him sparingly. I don't see him as a week-to-week wrestler. I see him as a once-a-month wrestler cutting promos. I see him in the same vein as I would CM Punk. Maybe a little bit less because CM Punk's a few years younger. I think 5-6 years younger, something like that. But Jericho can still draw money. So my top three, I guess, would be Austin Theory, Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes. I think that would be my top three. I mean, if he was to come back as a face, you could put it with Dominic, but I think there's going to be a whole Judgment Day storyline moving forward, so I don't think that would work. But that's going to be all for this one, guys. Thank you.